So I'm 16, I've been in the info game for 3 years now, and over the past 6 months, I've been building a software that's going to revolutionize this space. And the truth is, right, I've seen multiple of my clients actually pay for multiple softwares all at the same time. Go high level, high rows, Trackio, but none of them actually give you the data that you want. And what I'm about to show you in this video will truly revolutionize how we actually track data in info businesses and how we actually scale these info businesses past 100, 200, even 500k a month plus using all of these tracking systems. And you know I'm serious about this because I literally flew from Tenerife, which is where I live, to London to meet my clients to actually speak at a mastermind and present this software to thousands of people. Now, me being here and actually presenting you this software, I'm not trying to pitch you. Like, I couldn't care less if you become a user, because right now this software is exclusive for my clients that pay me 4 figures plus. This is more of a video that I can look back on and document my journey on how this software started off at, and so I can actually look back on the days that I was actually building this, so I can actually see how much of an impact I've actually made since I started on the info market, because this is truly insane what I'm about to show you. So let's begin with what info businesses usually do. They usually have some sort of Airtable dashboard or some fancy Google sheet where they track closer data, setter data, even Instagram metrics if you get fancy, and you know, really none of that works. Like, we do not care about any of those metrics. Like, realistically, nobody actually looks at them. Or you might even be doing EOD reports where you actually sit down every single day and look at your setters and close the EOD reports. But, you know, for all you know, they could be fake. So there's no actual way of you actually knowing if that EOD report is accurate. Like, sometimes numbers can be inflated, even if you're doing, like, especially if you're doing multiple 10 calls a day. And being realistic, like, you're not going to sit down every single day and actually review these EOD reports. Even with a sales manager, like, they're going to slack some days, and you don't want to rely on human processes to actually make sure your data is tracked correctly. Now, how can we actually combat all of this? So the software I've built is called Node. You can check out the website and the link in the description, although there will be no section for you to actually create an account because it's only exclusive to my clients. Now, why am I saying this is so special? Like, Node, yes, it does give you close rate, it does give you all of the basic metrics that a fancy Airtable dashboard or some sort of Google sheet will give you. But more so, what Node actually does is it tracks every single piece of high leverage data that you can possibly track in a nice dashboard. Like, you think of any metric that will actually improve your business, whether that's content, sales, marketing, funnel analytics, ad spend, ROAS, whatever it is, fully tracked automatically. Now, what are some of these examples, right? For example, if you've got a personal brand on Instagram and on YouTube, you can literally see a graph of when people feel the most curiosity throughout your video. If you post story sequences, you can see cash collected by story sequence. You can see qualified reply rate, you can see reply rate. You can see every single metric you can possibly have for a story sequence inside one dashboard and one panel. Sales metrics. Every single sales KPI is fully tracked on the sales dashboard. Every single setter, every single closer, every single manager, every single coach. How do you actually track the back end so that we actually generate that LTV that we're looking for? Because realistically, an info business that sells to some sort of B2C offer, like, they may be making 2, 3, even 4k on the front end, but realistically the money's in the back end. If your LTV is close to 20, 30k per client, like, you're just going to smash it out of the park and you're actually going to achieve great numbers inside your business. Because think about it, yeah? Most people focus so much on the front end that the back end is just left behind. So what if you've got a software that shows your average LTV, client success rate, and even LTV by source? So what does LTV by source actually mean? Think about it. Imagine you've got a list of sources that your leads come from, like YouTube description, Instagram bio, Instagram stories, Instagram reels. Every single one of these sources will have its own list of average LTV, client success rate, so that we can actually understand which sources bring us the highest leverage clients. Now, most info businesses, they don't just have an Instagram and like a personal brand on Instagram. They actually have a full ecosystem, and they even run paid traffic to VSL ads. Now, what if you can have a full-on VSL tracking dashboard that actually shows you everything you can possibly think of? Now, what do I actually mean by VSL tracking? Imagine a dashboard where you can literally upload your VSL, it gives you an embed code that you put onto your website, that you put onto your landing page, and you can literally see retention rate by VSL. You can see when somebody buys throughout the VSL. So say, for example, people usually stop watching around the 30-second mark. The retention curve drops. But then you have another chart that actually tells you when people actually book a call or when they actually buy your product. That means that will go up. So say, for example, on the 30-second mark, people drop off. So if you're only looking at retention, like, that's bad. You're going to think, okay, how do I improve this? Whereas if you were to look at the CTA graph or the actual book a call graph, you will see that at that point, the 30-second mark, when people drop off, that's when they actually create that conversion. So that spike actually tells you that that's when people actually have the aha moment in their brain and they act upon your CTA. Now, I know all of this, what I'm actually saying, like, yes, it's fancy and all of this, but how is it going to revolutionize a billion-dollar industry? Now, the reason being is because nobody else in the market has this. For example, every other tracking software like Trackio, it only tracks YouTube. Or Hyros, it's just way too clunky. Or even custom Airtable dashboards, they're just not scalable. So why is Node the answer to all of this? Because every single metric is at a glance. Every single thing you can possibly think of that might be hurting your business will actually show on the dashboard. Imagine logging in one day thinking, oh, my ROAS is at a 5. Why can I not get it to a 6? You look and you see, oh, your DM set has been slacking. The opener that he's sending isn't getting a high enough reply rate, or the CTA that he's sending isn't getting a high enough conversion rate. All of this is tracked inside the conversations tab inside Node. Or for example, YouTube videos. You can track the clicks that you get on a YouTube video description. You can track every single person that clicks on a YouTube video link will be tracked inside the dashboard, and you'll be able to see conversion drop-off rates. So you'll be able to see how many views you got on that YouTube video, how many clicks you got on that YouTube video, how many Calendly bookings you got for the YouTube video, and how many clients. And you see the drop-off rate for every single little detail. And I can just go on and on about every single metric you can track, but it's just going to get boring. My point is that every single info business that runs some sort of course, mentorship, or high-ticket service that relies on Facebook ads or even a personal brand, if your tracking is inconsistent, you've not got a proper process in place and a proper SOP that is not plug and play and actually scalable, like, this is the only answer for you. Like, there's literally nothing else in the market. Like, I'm not even competing with other people. I'm just, like, way ahead. That's how crazy of a software this is. Like, there's literally nothing else that competes with it. And on that note, I think we're going to end it here. Thanks very much for watching. And I really hope this clicks in your mind how powerful this actually is. And if you want the full video on exactly how it works, there's a YouTube video in the description where I actually explain it on a mastermind to one of my clients. So you can watch that in-house mastermind and actually get context on exactly what this is.